Hello again. Today I'm in the little village of Rodbourne, a couple of miles south of the town of Malmesbury in Wiltshire. Not to be confused with Rodbourne, that's about 15 miles to the east, which is now a part of Swindon, like a suburb of Swindon. This one is like the land that time forgot. I'll give you some of my memories of it. That's one of the newest buildings, the water tower, which you can see from a lot of high points around Wiltshire. Quite a few of them you can't see. Now, I think that was finished in 1952, because my sister is 7 years older than me. She was taken up there and given a tour around it when it was finished, and she must have been at school then, which is 5. Now, whoever built it, like Water Board or Ministry of Works or whatever, they didn't phone up the local builders and say, can you give me a quote on building a water tower? They brought their own people in, and they stayed in hotels, bed and breakfasts, and some of them lodged in local houses. And according to my mum, now she would meet someone and say, I don't like the gossip, but I'll tell you because I know it won't go any further. And there's 2 lies in that one sentence. According to her, some of the babies born around that time bore a striking resemblance to some of the lodgers. Just saying. Over the other side of the hedge there was a bungalow, and that was built in about early 1960s when the people who lived in the farmhouse. That was Mr. and Mrs. Payne. When their son got married, they built him a bungalow. I don't know whether he actually took over the farm. I don't remember the old Mr. Payne or the young Mr. Payne, but I do remember the old Mrs. Payne, because she used to teach piano. She used to teach my sister piano. So when she came to piano lessons, I used to have to come along as well and sit and just do some colouring in and that. She was a big, strong woman, a bit like Thora Hird. I think she might have been a teacher beforehand, which is why she taught piano. When my sister finished piano lessons, I was given the opportunity to take him up, and I refused because I didn't think it was very cool. What an idiot, eh? You know, you shouldn't give kids opportunity to make decisions. You know, it's probably more relevant this time of day than it was then. At least I could still do piano lessons now if I wanted. This is my old school. It's called Corston and Rodbourne Church of England Junior Mixed and Infants. Not a very snappy title, but hasn't changed much. It's still got the carved oak porch on it. It's got the biblical quote saying, suffer the little children to come unto me. And the first day of school, when my mum read it to me, I said, oh mum, why do I have to suffer? And of course that tickled her. It became one of her favourite anecdotes, so I was never allowed to forget it. I must say the playground looks a lot bigger when you're 5 years old. The tree is still there, and they used to have a rope hanging from the branch to climb up. That's the little square building there, and there's no garage. That was built in about 1964 when I was 10. It's a new toilet block. I can't remember using it, but it must have been open because somebody was made a toilet monitor. Before then there was a lean-to shed round the back with a plank of wood along with some holes in it with buckets underneath. And once a week somebody would turn up in a lorry. If we were on playtime, they would wait till we went in. They would disappear around the back, and all the buckets would have been emptied and cleaned. And you think your job's bad. Over here, just opposite the school, we've got this, it's a war memorial, but it actually looks older than a war memorial, so I don't know which war it was for. It's, there's no writing on it, no lest we forget or anything. I can see some World War I. There is some writing on it then. So So it's a World War I model. It's carved in. But the stones look quite ancient, as though it was a medieval cross. I'll just walk you up to the school as the church, and we'll have a look at that. I'll just stop lying down. This is a proposal to build like a solar park, like 2,000 acres, stretching for Shurston. It's great something to Tigre, I think. As you can see from the school, there's no big hall and no playing field. So you're not going to believe this, but we used to have to go from here to Great Somerford, which is about 2 miles away. And one of the teachers, Mrs. Evis, lived down in Corston. She was a farmer's wife. She had an Austin 7, and she used to take about 8 kids in her little Austin 7 to Great Somerford, and the rest of us would have to walk. We walk from here into the T-junction at the end of the road, turn right down and up into Startley, and she was supposed to take the first lot of kids, drop them off and come back and find us and pick us up, but she never did. We always ended up walking. So by the time you got to Startley, you turned left down the little green lane, and she couldn't go down there. If it wasn't so wet and mucky, I'd have taken you down there later on a separate video, but I think I might get bogged in at the moment. Anyway, this is a church. Obviously we used to walk up here for harvest festivals, Christmases, Ash Wednesday. We used to come and get our ash cross put on our foreheads for some reason. I'm up to 7 minutes already, so I'll stop now and do a separate one for the church, because I'm going to take a couple of minutes to go around the church. So if you want to watch the church one, just subscribe to my channel and you can find it, or look for Rodbourne Church.